an emotionally absent dad can be just as detrimental as not having a dad there at all. Your presence in your kids' lives is more valuable than you know. I walk through some of the shops and I see some of the stuff that's for sale for dads, for Father's Day. I'm like, what's going on here? How good is that really? Is that actually setting dads up to be at their best? And this might sound a little bit hard, but I believe that how we do anything is how we do everything. I don't know about everywhere else in the world, but at least here in Australia, tomorrow it is Father's Day. And so to all the dads out there, happy Father's Day for tomorrow. Keep doing your thing. Keep showing up at your best each and every single day in whichever ways you can, because your presence in your kids' lives is super important. I thought that there's no better place to be filming this video than in front of our daughter's scribbles on the wall. This is just, even though it's a thing, it can be frustrating if you let it be frustrating, but ultimately it's kind of hilarious, and these years don't last forever. So appreciate it, and I always think about it when our kids do drawings like this, even though we teach them not to draw on walls and doors, it happens, right? But we like to just appreciate the fact that to our daughter, this was a whole experience. Like, she had something in her head that she was trying to depict through this. So we appreciate that, and then we get on with life, and we teach her the lesson by giving her a paper. I wanted to create this video not just to wish all the dads out there happy Father's Day, and to encourage all the dads out there to continue doing their thing and remind them that their presence is super important in their kids' lives, but also to share something that I will be doing tomorrow. A couple of things that I find are important as a dad. So for me, when I think about Father's Day, the last thing I want is to have my family, pamper me and buy me all this crap food and stuff that's going to actually set me back. It's nice to be appreciated and maybe have a nice meal and nice relaxing time with the family, for sure. That's great. But I walk through some of the shops and I see some of the stuff that's for sale for dads, for Father's Day. I'm like, what's going on here? How good is that really? Is that actually setting dads up to be at their best? And this might sound a little bit hard, but I believe that how we do anything is how we do everything. So it's important to stay optimized. And Father's Day for me is not a day of taking your foot off the gas. In fact, I think it's a good day to set yourself up and really think about how you're being as a dad, not just allowing people to pamper you and celebrate you, even though that's nice, but looking in the mirror of accountability and actually asking yourself where you can improve as a dad, how you can step up, how you can be better, because the truth is every one of us can be better. So to that end, I will be doing a challenge myself tomorrow, and I wanted to share this with you all, especially with the dads out there, because I think us blokes like to be challenged at times. Us guys like to maybe be called forward at times with love, and also just because we appreciate being called forward, because on some level it also means that whoever's calling us forward can quite possibly see more within us. So tomorrow I'm going to be doing a challenge, and the reason I'm doing this challenge is because I didn't want to spend tomorrow just having my family dote upon me and not feel truly strong within myself. I really wanted to access another gear that I can bring into my role as a dad and have my family see me really show up in the strongest way possible, showing up to impact, showing up to better my best. This is how I like to live. When I was in the military, I remember that when I was in Kapuka, and again, for those of you who've been in military longer and you might have done deployments and things, you'll probably be able to confirm this for me. But in my basic soldiers training, I remember at 6 a.m. we'd always be on our machine guns, just waiting as the sun rose. And while, yes, of course, that's a sign of discipline to be prepared and, be on the lookout and things like that, there was a couple of reasons why we would do that we would also be in that position of, would be prepared, would have to be shaved, would have to be there on the weapons as the sun rose, right at 6 a.m. at dawn, also to honor those who have fallen and who had given their lives for the world we are blessed to live in now. So it was a sign of respect. It was a sign of being ready. It encompassed a lot, and I really loved it. It just stayed in my mind. And it was interesting this Father's Day, as I was thinking about how to get the most out of myself and really set myself up as a dad, feel stronger within myself. That's what came to mind. So while I want to celebrate the dads out there who are doing their thing, good on you, keep doing it. I also want to remember those dads who maybe have fallen, who have not made it, who for whatever reason aren't here to celebrate Father's Day, because for the myriad of reasons that can be the human experience, they're no longer with us. My oldest brother would be one of those dads. His son will wake up this Father's Day, even though his son's very young, without his dad. And so this is on my mind, this is on my heart. So to that end, I will be running 50Ks tomorrow to better my best. My first is 42, some of you know that, marathon, I got that under the belt. And I've had this desire to get 50Ks done. So I thought of no better day than, there's no better day than tomorrow. Like, this is a day where I get to kind of do what is important to me. Impact's important to me. My health is important to me. Pushing myself and tapping into more of my potential is important to me. And this is what I'll be doing. And I'm not sharing this again to impress anyone, but I'm sharing this to call all the dads out there forward. To not just have tomorrow be a day where you take your foot off the gas. Maybe you tip too much alcohol down your throat and you just overindulge in foods that are just pointless and actually setting you back. This is a day where you get to step in and actually become a little more optimized. So this is a bit of a call to action for the dads out there to really look in the mirror of accountability and to assess how you can improve. And in your own way, perhaps you want to join me. Maybe you can send me a message and say, hey, Nash, I'm going to go complete a 2K or a 10K or a whatever. I don't even know if I'm going to complete this 50K. I say that, but I will. I will. Even if I need to crawl, I will complete it. It's going to happen. But I guess what I'm saying in that is this is a real stretch for me. This is something I've never done. I actually felt, to be quite honest with you, more nervous about this than I did going for my world record, because running isn't necessarily it's not something I've conditioned myself in as much as other things. Let me word it like that. But I've got the mindset that if I practice anything enough, I can improve. I'll be breaking this down. I'll be quite strategic with how I'm doing the run, and I'll be giving it my absolute best. So this is me. This is how I'll be using my Father's Day. I wanted to share this message with you all, just to encourage you all, especially the dads out there, and maybe the mums, the partners out there, the wives, girlfriends, whatever's going on. Make time for your man to go and get in his run, to go and get in his workout. Like, actually encourage that for him. Set him up for success by, instead of buying him a bunch of chocolates, maybe buy him a resistance band, maybe buy him something that's actually good for his health. And that's a great gift, I think. That's a great gift, again, because you are showing that you believe in his potential, and encourage him to go challenge himself. So that's me. I'm going to go and clean the wall now. Sending you all so much love, and to all the dads out there, let's keep doing our thing, because it's a freaking privilege. It's an absolute privilege. And your presence in your kids' lives is more valuable than you know. And sometimes you might not feel like they need you or some bullshit like that, but that is absolutely not true. If you were not there, they would truly miss your presence. And how do I know that? Because I work with people all the time who did not have their dads around. and they're working through that stuff, and it can be big. Also, and I'll end on this, is an emotionally absent dad. This was once proven. An emotionally absent dad can be just as detrimental as not having a dad there at all. So if you are a dad out there and you feel like you're just going through the motions and you feel like you're a little numb in your role, again, we're all humans, we can experience that for whatever reason, but you feel like you're just going through the motions and you feel like you're losing yourself, make a commitment this Father's Day to do the work, to reconnect to your power, to your heart, and find a way to resolve whatever's going on within yourself, to feel like a freaking, like a living force in your child's lives and your family's life, as opposed to just a numbed out individual going through the motions. So I believe in you all. Keep moving forward, and let's commit to being there for our little ones. That's really on there. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure that you leave a comment below. Share with me, if you're a dad, what you're doing on Father's Day, how you used your Father's Day, and really any day. We don't need a Father's Day to focus on being better as a dad. Also, celebrate yourself as a dad. That's super important. Drop a comment below. Love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and definitely send this video out to someone you care about. And if I didn't say like yet, yeah, definitely like it as well. That really helps.